It's my fight prediction for Robbie Davies Jr. versus Javier Fortuna. It's gonna be a very good fight. Orthodox. Robbie Davies Jr. versus Southpaw and Fortuna. This fight is gonna be on November 1st. Should be an early fight, a late fight UK time, early fight American time. Um, it's gonna be a good matchup. A couple of guys who have some tough losses, 4 or 5 losses. That's really towards the end of their careers, but don't really want to give it up right now. Still feel like they have a chance. They're still big names in boxing as far as being able to headline and do different things as a main event on certain cards. Not a true main event, but on certain main events, they could definitely make some things happen. But Javier Fortuna, he's been out for a while, hasn't fought much since getting dropped by Ryan Garcia in the 6th round. But I think that he still, in this fight, has a chance to make something happen. Has to come in here with the right attitude in this fight. Hasn't had a lot of rounds, which is a negative. That's a bad thing. He hasn't had many rounds, probably like 2 or 3 rounds. Besides the Ryan Garcia fight since like 2022, 2021 probably. Robbie Davies, he's had a 10-round fight recently. And I think he had one in 2022. But he hasn't had that much action in between that. But he did have a 10-rounder recently that he looked like he did pretty well in against Lipinets when he was almost out of the fight, kept the fight close. But he's a good fighter though. Puts good combinations together. He can put some punches together. Dangerous, strong enough to hurt you. Has a decent jab. He's going to be able to put more punches together than Fortuna at times. As far as in the fight, I don't know. Fortuna can go in there and overpower him. He's a strong guy. Even at 140, he's a threat. The experience might take over. Fortuna is a more decorated fighter going into this fight. But Robbie Davies Jr. is very dangerous. I feel like he can do a lot as far as making this fight tough, fighting the inside. The style that Fortuna could probably, Fortuna will probably try to walk this guy down and make him, decide what he wants to do as far as the fight. But Robbie Davies, he's the type of guy, he'll turn it up and won't look back. If you want to make it that type of fight, he'll probably do that too. So we're definitely interested in how this fight's going to go between Robbie Davies and a couple of these other guys. But I think it's going to be some good matchups. I think these fights are very important. And Robbie Davies, he's very dangerous. But Fortuna, he's dangerous as well. But Robbie Davies is sneaky dangerous because he's not a guy has a lot of power, not the fastest, but he can get the job done. Though he's a good enough boxer to where he's never out of the fight. It's gonna be a tough, rugged fight. And Fortuna, with him not having a lot of activity, the age kicking in, I think all of that is gonna make the fight a lot closer. Might be a knockdown in the fight, but I don't think it will be a knockout. I think it'll probably go decision. I think that Fortuna's activity will kick in, and that will make Davies have a closer rounds toward the end of the fight. And it's gonna be a very close fight, but I think Fortuna will be able to pull it out in the end. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.